The first edition of Institutio Principis Christiani by Erasmus. I'm Adam Douglas from Peter Harrington, and I'd like to show you this copy of the first edition, which is bound up in a volume with another collection of Erasmian texts that also includes the Handbook of a Christian Knight, which is in some senses the companion piece. And I'm showing you the book this way round because the title is written on the foredge, and in the early 16th century, when this book was published, 1516, this is the way that books were typically shelved, with the foredges pointing outwards and titles written on the foredges, sometimes on slips of paper, sometimes directly on the foredge. And later, the books were turned around, and then somebody at a later date has put a title onto the spine. But this is absolutely typical, a very attractive example of a contemporary binding in the classic, almost late medieval style, with a blind stamped pigskin backing wooden boards, and a very attractive binding which is unrestored in original condition. And if we open up to the first text in the volume, it is the Institutio, which was written about the same time as Machiavelli was writing The Prince, so it is another mirror for princes. It's a work on statecraft, and Erasmus is the leading humanist. His thoughts are to be valued, and we look here at the end of the individual piece, and we have the colophon dating the publication there in May 1516. There is after that an incomplete work which lacks the title page, which is a commentary on Plutarch, and then the second complete work in the volume is a collection of Erasmus's writings, and on the verso of the title page here we can see the index, and we can see Enchiridion, Militis, Christiani, the Handbook of the Christian Knight, which is the first text in this, and that is essentially a companion volume to the Institutio. So a really handsome volume, and with significant value with the two works together. It has a little bit of manuscript commentary here at the end from a former owner, and one or two notes in the marginal notes towards the beginning, but and some underlining here. This not disfiguring. Really good copy, clean, fresh and strong, and exactly how you would like all 16th century books to be in your library. There's a full description of this and other texts of early statecraft and political theory on the Peter Harrington website.